What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report. We have with us none other than our head coach, Alex Covelo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me with you guys today.
Oh, we're so excited. We've been
Me too.
begging to get you out here. So, I mean, obviously your impact has started to blossom, if you will. How are you currently feeling about the direction of the team?
Well, first of all, we have to keep working. We have to keep going and keep challenging ourselves, because we have done nothing yet. So, but the guys are giving everything, the 200%, every training, every day. They ain't tired. They try to do everything we ask them to do as a staff. So very happy with them. Very happy.
Outstanding. And I want to follow that up. We've been out here and seen your trainings that you do, and we've commented many times. It's like 150% intensity. Is that typical for how you run a training? It just seems so intense.
Well, I think that the intensity has to be part of every training session. Obviously, it depends on the day. The intensity can be longer or shorter, because we have to be ready for the game. But yeah, maybe it's one day that is not intense with me, but the rest, intensity has to be always present in our training sessions.
Excellent.
I'm going to start with a question from one of our viewers who's also a season ticket holder. I reached out to see if we could get some questions that way. His name is Edgar Serrano, and he had a multifaceted question. So the crux of it is, prior to coming here, how familiar were you with Monterey Bay FC? And then after you got here, are you able to share kind of what the spirit of your initial message was to the players when you talked to them for the first time?
Oh yeah, I think that is one of the points that you have to make clear in front of the roster. So at the end of the day, I have to be myself, and I consider myself as a coach that is intense, that likes to play football with ball, but intensity is one of our standards, and is a non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. So the guys, they were open to do it. They received very well, and you can see every training they suffer, but they enjoy. And about Monterey, I have been here since 2017 in the Bay Area, and every time we could come here with my family, we do it. We fall in love with Monterey, and yeah, it's special.
Mm-hmm. And you were familiar with the team a little
bit? Yeah, I mean, I had players at San Jose before, like Joel, mm-hmm. Lalo, Stuart, and I'm familiar with Sebastian Leggett because we play against each other when we both were in MLS. Nick Ross, I remember him in the past from Sacramento when I played against them as well. So I knew the team, and obviously I have followed Monterey Bay FC in the past years when we came here with San Jose Earthquakes to play in MLS mm-hmm. With the US Open Cup.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Where we did win. I just want to point out we won that game.
Yes, and Nathan, I think our center back for San Jose Earthquakes got an injury, ACL, yeah, correct.
And so you were a goalkeeper in your time, yeah?
Yes.
And how do you think being a goalkeeper uniquely prepares you for coaching and knowing the game?
Like everyone else. I think otherwise you are a goalkeeper, can you be a coach? No. You are a striker, can you be a coach? No. Midfield, you are a player. And you can see Lopetegui, who was a former national team coach for Spain, Now even here in America, now comes to my mind, Bruce Arena was a goalkeeper as well. I think that it's about the love that you have for this sport and the desire to learn more about each moment of the game that brings you to become a coach or not. So I don't relate it to a position.
Okay. Very cool. Andrew?
Yeah, so going back to when you were growing up in Spain, did you have any players that inspired you as a player? And then later on in your career, now that you're coaching and doing front office stuff, did you have any coaches that have inspired you?
Well, when I was a kid, yeah, let's put it this way. When I was 15, 16, that dream team of Football Club Barcelona with Guardiola, Koeman, Vaquero, Risto Stoikov, Subi on goal, Alexanko. That was a fantastic team, and that was the beginning of something special at Barcelona. You know, with Johan Cruyff, he established the positional game for Football Club Barcelona. And as a coach, all the experiences. I played at Football Club Barcelona Academy, then I moved to other teams, then I started coaching as a part of the staff at Real Club Deportivo Español, then I moved to Italy. In Italy, I meet Roberto De Zerbi, Francesco Ballone, so Matias Almeida has been. I think that all the experiences through the years helps you to shape you as a coach, you know, and pick different things.
Right.
And so, kind of going back for a second to that San Jose match that we played in the U.S. Open Cup, how encouraging is it to you to see players that maybe were with the Town FC or Earthquakes 2 that you coached that are now moved on, like a Cade Cowell and Yuseni Buddha, those kind of players? Does that encourage you at all?
Well, when I came to San Jose Earthquakes, the objective was to build the whole academy, the whole process from the bottom to the top towards the first team, establish a clear methodology, style of play, identity, same thing that we are trying to do here, you know. And obviously, when you bring talent, that talent flourishes earlier. So it has been amazing, you know. Kate Covell, Nico Shakiris, Emi Ochoa that now is Liga MX, yes, Buddha, but a lot of players, or other players that they came and they went to the second team in that Reno in USL, you know, like Musovski, and then he moved to Benji Kikanovic, you know, that now is still in the first team. Other players that they came through the draft, and now they are still playing in USL Championship, like you know, Eric Calvillo, for example, or Partida. So I think that it's about to create the right structure to allow the players to flourish, because at the end, if they have talent, they are going to do it, no matter the coach.
Gotcha.
So my next question is going to be kind of a two-parter. You bring with you an excellent resume, of course, to Monterey Bay, and I think your reputation is built largely on your embracing of methodology or developing tactics. And I'll start there. Like, what is it about developing tactics and that methodology that appeals to you as a coach?
No, I think that when you talk about methodology is how you do things, no? It's all the processes. So start about what style of play you want to play and how you are going to develop that. Obviously, that requires structure in each day of training in order to improve your style of play and recognize what you can do to perform better against the opposition based on what kind of pressure they are going to have. They are going to press high, they are going to press, they are not going to press, are the opponent is going to play possession based or they go direct, you know. So you have to be loyal to our style of play, your methodology, but at the same time understand that you are going to play against an opponent and try to be loyal to yourself, knowing that they are going to try to beat you.
Absolutely. And then the second part of that question is, I know you're also very well known for developing young players, bringing that talent out. So as a talent developer, if you had your choice, would you rather have a player that has a ton of physical ability or a player that has a ton of mental ability? Or does it not matter?
What about the talent?
Well, enough talent, enough mental ability. Would you rather them have a lot of one or the other?
First of all, I think that the player with talent has a big advantage, but if they don't work hard, I have seen many players that they could play in first division and they don't make it because they don't work enough. And the mental part is also very important. I don't think you can separate any of them if you want a complete player. The mental part is going to help you to be more resilient, or you know, to be a player that you are strong, that you can keep going. Otherwise, even if you are physically strong but mentally you are not ready, you are going to crumble. So I think that I would pick the mental part.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm learning so much right now. So, Coach, I want to ask you, you've obviously played and coached in front of some big crowds. How important is the crowd here at Cardinale Stadium to you and the guys on the pitch?
Huge. I would love to see the stadium full.
Yeah.
I still telling the guys, after the games, come more, come guys, come to see us. We need you. Listen, you see this stadium. First of all, I love blue.
Oh, there, that works.
It's my color. And then you see this stadium is beautiful.
Yeah.
And imagine you bring here 5,000 people. No one can beat you in USL Championship. I'm telling you, no one can beat you here.
I hope everyone heard that.
You have to come.
That's
because
right.
with you, it's going to be easier to win games.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
we love it when the crowd's full here. So, and anyone that's not come to the games, especially recently, are missing some like really good action. Yeah. What do
We
I
need
want?
more. We need more drums.
Okay.
More drums.
We need
More.
to bring more noise.
Yeah.
The opposition has to feel that they are
Okay.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Make sure they're beaten before they even step on the field.
Exactly.
Something to me that stood out since you've been here is it seems like you've really instilled a sense of confidence in the guys, and then also it seems like you really quickly like kind of tuned in on how to deploy the guys so they're playing in a way that kind of fits their skills the best. I think like Elijah Paul is a great example. He's often in the past played up top as a traditional striker, and recently he's been roaming around and kind of open field more. Mari Glasgow, obviously, playing back further. How do you come up with this stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that every player puts himself in a position to perform, and they show you what can be their best position, and you just have to pay attention. Always with the standards that we want to create and the intensity and the structure. But at the end, they put themselves, in a position to perform, and you have to help them. Obviously, you don't put them in the right positions, it's going to be difficult, no? But they are sending you messages, always. They are telling you something, even without telling anything.
And so, Coach Covelo, I wanted to really quickly ask you about the Sirens and how important it is for Monterey Bay FC as a whole to have a women's team, and a women's team that, by all accounts, has been really successful so far. How does that build up the entire organization?
I think that today in modern soccer, if you want to grow and you want to become a big organization, the women's soccer has to be present. I think that today women's soccer has grown massively.
Yeah.
Not only here, because here in the United States was big already, but worldwide is a different animal right now. So I think that is important because everything together can help us to imagine if both crowds are for both games.
Yeah.
We do multiply by 2 the assistance here, so it's important, so important.
Awesome.
So you come here obviously from the Earthquakes, where you spent a number of years doing different roles, including head coach at one point. How similar or not is the MLS game to USL Championship in your opinion?
I think that MLS is still a little bit above, Obviously, when you have the salary caps and all these things is different. The profiles that you can bring, but listen, is the level that I'm seeing in USL Championship is good, and every year has been growing and growing. I remember 2017 Reno. We had Reno as a second team, and I was there, and I think that every year the league has grown a lot, and hopefully it's going to keep growing because they are going to add another division and become even more professional. So I see differences, but like always, it's about how much budget you can spend in players, and help these players to develop as well.
Sure.
And so I want to jump really quick. The World Cup is coming very soon. Do you have any favorite team that you think might hoist the trophy at the end of the World Cup? Or that you hope hoist the trophy?
Well, obviously Spain is my favorite. I have a special feelings for United States because I have been part of the U.S. national team for the Olympics. So
Yes.
for me, they are my family. I want to say hi to all of them that they are in U.S. soccer. Even the former Marco Mitrovic that now is in New England, Barry Powell's, all the stuff. They are my family now. So Spain, United States, and then I will say the classic Brazil.
Brazil, okay. And I wanted to use that question as a segue. How was your experience with the Olympics? And can you just describe what that was like, coaching at that level?
Well, first of all, the experience is difficult to explain it because I was able to work with them for 1 year through all the process, all the camps, and until the Olympics. And during those moments, you create a family. That's something that we try to simulate here as well, to apply. It's like you have to become strong together, because you go to the war. And Olympics was going to be a very, very important event. After the World Cup is the most important one. So it was so special. And obviously when you arrive there and you play at the Velodrome, the first game, where Olympic Marseille plays, and you play against France, and it's 50,000 people, around. And then you went to quarterfinals at Paris Saint-Germain Stadium, playing against Morocco, again with 50, 60,000 Moroccans, rooting for their team, because obviously France is...
It's very quiet there, I'm sure.
Exactly. So you feel what does it mean, to be in one of those events, worldwide soccer. So it was fantastic. I never thought that I was going to be there, honestly.
Awesome.
So it was great, great, special. I have it here.
My final serious question, at least anyways, is obviously you can't predict the future, but do you have any hopes or expectations you could share with fans about the remainder of this season?
For me, the expectations is that I would like to see the players doing what they are doing right now, doing more and more and more, and go one game at a time, and see how much we can grow together. That's the expectation that I create. I don't want to talk about anything else. That does not make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I know you're a busy guy. You have tons of stuff that you need to do, so we're going to wrap it up right there. But I hope you guys have really enjoyed getting to know Coach Covelo a little bit more. We hope you guys will tune in next time.